bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Reserve live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Shane Mickle with us. We got Jay Briggs, Alex Smart checking in, Rod Zawacky signing in a little later, bottom of the hour. Of course, we got Wayne Scott with us as well. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. Smart, Mickle, Briggs, Scott, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, on the board tonight. NBA, good card here from the NHL as well. So NHL getting back in business now as we got through the All-Star break. So let's go ahead and let's get this show underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Alex in right now. Man, he's been on fire on the leaderboards. Let's bring him in. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony? We're going to go after some NHL tonight. It's a premier game. It's the Edmonton Oilers, red-hot Edmonton Oilers against the Vegas Golden Knights. This is a very interesting game here. I think the lines makers looked at this as from a point of view that this would be top-tier teams playing like playoff or postseason style hockey. That could be a possibility, but that doesn't mean postseason hockey or similar postseason hockey kind of conflicts don't end up being high scoring, and that's what I think we have tonight. When these teams played back in Edmonton on November 28th, the Oilers grabbed a 5-4 victory, and now I'm betting on more offensive fireworks today as these explosive production units are well rested and very ready for wide open style hockey. And I know, like I said, the lines makers are looking at this like two premier hockey teams playing, sort of like testing each other, two heavyweights testing each other for what's possibly to come. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm saying these two heavyweights, man, are just hard to hold down. And I don't care how well Edmonton's been playing defensively, Vegas can penetrate them. And Edmonton, we obviously know, can put the puck, the biscuit in the net against anybody. Some interesting trends here. Vegas has gone over 11 of the last 14 after having won 5 of the last 7 games this season. And also during their last 5-game run, the Knights have been averaging, have seen combined averages in the game of 7.2 goals per game. Meanwhile, the Oilers have averaged 3.6 goals per game in their last 5. And I'm betting on the current solid defensive and goaltending won't just hold up like it has over those past 5 games against this type of team. I think it's going to be a very aggressive game. And I really look for some goals to go on the board. It must be noted that the total has gone over in 4 of Edmonton's last 5 games when playing on the road against Vegas. So we're going to take the over here. Play the over.
All right, there we go here with Alex says go Oilers, Golden Knights, over the total. Over 6, most places with juice. 6.5, about the only place with that is the sharpest book in the world. So you can find 6s with juice pretty much everywhere. There is a few books in U.S. books that have 6.5, so you make the call there on it. But Alex here on the over here in this one between Oilers and Golden Knights. Of course, we know the Oilers coming in with that win streak. You see that big line there. But as you said, you're so impressed with this offense, the offenses here, that you just think it's really going to get. We're going to get some really fast skating out there and goals.
I think the only way one of these teams wins is by putting goals on the board, and I just can't see the shutdown. I know where the line is coming from. I feel I know where the line's coming from, but I just also feel it's going to be a lot more wide open. These teams are well rested, and they're going to really go at each other. And the best of goalies can't stop these guys when things are rocking and rolling. And Edmonton's going to be aggressive. If there's some kind of defensive posture or transitional hockey that sort of depends on both teams' defensive abilities, I don't know. I'm still not sold. I'm still more sold, no matter what Edmonton's done so far this year, I'm still more sold on Vegas' ability to stop teams from scoring in bunches. But we'll see. But tonight, I just don't think that's the case. I think we're at that part of the season where there's still not going to be, I will say, completely physical. Like it won't be an extremely physical affair because we have a lot of time left before the playoffs.
That's right. This is the playoffs where you play a team up to 7 times. 7 times. You play a different opponent every night. So Oilers, Golden Knights, over total 6 here. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN Plus will have it. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Print for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we have action here from the NBA. Also, NHL card, pretty big card in NHL. Lots of college hoops with big conference action as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dog Print? You've been on an absolute tear right now. We see the numbers over the past 3 days on fire, last 7 days. What do you have going over at Pick Dog's Premium?
Yeah, so we have one college basketball selection. That's all I saw from today's board. It was just one of those days. We have Dayton St. Joe's taking part in a battle, Atlantic 10 battle. That should be very interesting. I really think I'm leaning one way for a reason. I'll explain that in my write-up. Also, we have 2 NBA games tonight, and we have 1 NHL moneyline bang. And hey, join me. I've been on a big run. I guess I was due for it after that November collapse, late November collapse, one that I'll remember for a long time. So now maybe this will be one that makes up the difference for the Rebels.
That's right, guys. You got more with Alex Mott over at Pick Dog. You see the great results over the last 30 days. 1,484 units of profit, having a great year. Last 7 days have been on tear. No better time to get that 7-day patch. You guys like doing that early in the week. You get all of Alex's premium plays for 7 days, including a Super Bowl pick, as well as all the college basketball, NBA, NHL for that 7-day period. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Take care, Tony. See you on Thursday.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive through. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Up next is Shane Mickle. We'll bring him in right now. Shane, I think you got your camera flips upside down. You're coming in the other way, so maybe we could turn the camera around. Here, we'll bring in Shane here. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Rim. Looks like he's getting that corrected here. We'll bring him in right now. College hoops. No, we still got you on the upside down loop. There you go.
Weird. I'm showing right for myself. Hold on, let me sign on, sign back in.
All right, I'll sign on, sign back in again. And of course, we're getting my echo too under your in your speaker system. All right, he'll sign back in and out again here as we'll get some college hoops action here from Shane tonight as we got Texas and Iowa State going head to head here. And let's see if we'll be signing back in here in just a second, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Greatly appreciate that. NBA picks. Cappers can give out NBA. They can give out NHL. They can give out college basketball picks. So there will be some NBA picks here on the show, but it's not all NBA. So we'll get some. There'll be some NBA picks coming up here a little later in the show. Also, we'd also do a complete NBA rundown with Wayne. So we'll have a pick from every game on the NBA card today. But again, we mix it up. We just don't want to bore people with the same sport. So we mix it up. All right, so we'll wait here for Shane to get signed back in again. And then we'll get his pick here in just a second. Still, I guess, having some issues there getting signed in. So let's just go to Jay now. We'll jump ahead to Jay, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll move that screen up here. We'll bring him in right now. Bring Jay in right now. Bring him in ready to roll here. I think he's getting ready for his trip. Bring him in. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening, my man?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. One of the highlights of the night tonight on TNT features the Bucks and Suns going head to head. The Suns laying 3.5, total 243.5.
I think side-wise, this is one of the toughest games of the season because I can really make an argument going either way. I can make the argument the Bucks win the game. They have a really solid record on this season. I can also make the argument that the Suns win the game. These are two teams that have been terrible in these two spots, though, so I won't make an argument for who wins the game. What I think we can count on is what these two teams have been lacking in all season, and that's defense. And so with that being said, I think we get a lot of points, which gets us up and over this total. I'm taking the over here between the Bucks and the Suns. I think this game features 4 of the top 10 offensive players in the league. Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. So I just think defense is going to be an afterthought here. I think we get a lot of points, back and forth style game. This total's pretty high at 243. But I don't think it's high enough, man. I think this game could get into the 140s apiece, in all honesty. So I like the over here.
All right. Jay likes the over here. Bucks Suns over 243 is a pick here from Jay in this one. Of course, we are looking here at a couple of issues here. Lillard with that sprained ankle is still questionable here. Also, Lopez, that three-point shooter, not much defense. You probably want him out there on the defensive end. Sort of a personal issue there. He's missed 2 games in a row dealing with some personal matters.
Yeah, I see the injuries questionables here. I expect Dame to play. I expect him to play. I'm not a doctor and I don't have any inside information, but you get up for these games like you do. We'll see. But I think points are going to come regardless. If there are some injury concerns here, there's just another guy off the bench that, doesn't get the minutes he probably deserves, and he's probably going to get beat to the rack. So I like points, Tony, in this one, last game of the night.
You liking the points there, no doubt, here from Jay. What's your thoughts here with this Bucks team moving forward? We've seen the coaching change. It's going to take some time to get this Bucks rolling. I still think there might be a play on after the All-Star break when Stocks be able to put a system together. What's your thoughts here on this Bucks moving forward?
I don't know. They're going to be in the mix all season. They were a first-round exit last year. They probably won't be that this year. They're probably going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we'll see. I don't think they're going to the finals and they're going to win it or anything like that, but they're going to be in the mix. They're going to have a chance to, and the injury to Embiid kind of helped their case a little bit. I know that's not fun to say, but it's the truth. We'll see. ATS-wise, I think they're probably still going to be a fade for most of the season just because they're so overvalued more often than not, and they don't play the defense required to lay the points that they're usually laying. But are they still going to be a good team? Yes, they have the second best record in the East, right behind Boston. So they're going to have a chance, but I don't think they get it done, though. I don't.
Also, too, here.
If I get it done, I mean win a championship. That's their ultimate goal.
That, absolutely. And, of course, Jay, will be out for a few days here. So you'll be traveling. What's your thoughts here as we hit the training deadline coming here Thursday? I believe it's noon Eastern. I believe it's a training deadline. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be much happening. How do you see it?
Yeah, man. I've been, usually it's hot right now, There's a lot of moving pieces, or at least the waiver wire's hot. But, right now, I've seen a few. My Mavs are in a lot of little trade scenarios, but nothing crazy. This time last year we got Kyrie Irving. So,
yeah.
I don't know. There's really no huge blockbusters really to be made. Levine was out there for a while, but now he's done for the season.
I really think probably the only thing that makes sense to me, I think Toronto's pretty much going to be in tank mode, so I could see them unloading quickly on an expiring contract. That's what I see.
I could see Toronto possibly doing something. Still got to keep an eye on Atlanta. They're going to move either DeJounte Murray or not. Other than that, though, Tony, I don't really see – I think we're looking at what we're going to be looking at, which hasn't really been the case, the past couple seasons in the NBA. The NBA is the one that usually is going crazy with the trades and things of that nature.
An expiring contract is also Spencer Dinwiddie, 30-year-old guard, he signed a 3-year deal in 2021, 2022, 23, 20. Well, actually, he does have he has 1 more year left. So he's although the Nets are in the mix here, he does have 1 year left on his contract, and he's 30 years old. What do you think there?
I'm sorry, who was that again?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, Dinwiddie, my former Mavs. Brooklyn is a team that they think everybody on their team is worth a first-round pick, and that's just not the case. So, are they good? Yes, but I think their asking price is too much, and they're probably going to price themselves out. We'll see.
Vucevic is kind of begging the team not to break up the Bulls, although some think they're going to break up the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan obviously is the head of the class there if they move him, but no, I don't think an impact trade.
And like I said, I thought the piece they were going to move was going to be Levine, but he's done now for the season. I think that was a report. He's done for the season, right?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, he's having surgery. He's going to be out. Let me see what the out is. It should be for. He's not even on the roster anymore, so it could be. Yeah, he's not even showing up on the active roster.
So yeah, that was the piece I thought they were going to move all season. Do they move off of DeMar? I don't know. Where would DeMar go is the question. It would have to be towards a contender, but who really wants DeMar? I like DeMar, but what contender really wants DeMar DeRozan right now? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's tough, and I don't think players are. I would be interested for DeMar DeRozan, Spencer Dinwiddie. Quickly, I could see expiring contract. Maybe a draft pick for some shooting here, but again, it's one of those trade deadlines where no one's really that. I think people are afraid if they make a deal, they're just going to get worse. It's not going to help them.
Correct. So we'll see. Watch out for the Thunder, who got all that capital. They might try to cash in on something. They might be one move away. I don't necessarily know who they would go after, though, but, I would keep an eye on them.
It's tough because you don't want to get older. That's so those are the guys that usually get moved at the trade deadline, the older guys. This is a younger league now.
Yep, it is a younger league, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I will probably be surprised by the next time I see you. Like, man, how did we miss that? We should have saw that one.
Yeah, we usually can pick them out, but it's not so easy this year.
No,
it's not so easy this year as some of the guys. Well, the guys we thought would get moved already got moved. The Roziers got moved. The OG got moved. The Siakam got moved. Those are the three guys that we felt would get moved. But some of these teams are getting smart. Get rid of your players early so you can tank early. That doesn't make sense. Wait till the All-Star break, and then of course you're not going to improve. You're not going to worsen your draft position when you start making trades at the trading deadline.
Yep. So we'll see. Maybe Miami might do something. I don't know. There's just not a whole lot of moving parts this year.
No.
No blockbuster guy is asked out. So.
Nope. Yeah, there hasn't been. Although D'Angelo Russell, but not too many people are in line to get him. that's the problem. Let's see here. I don't know. Sexton still has another. He signed a deal in 2020. He still has a long deal here. So I was thinking maybe calling Sexton. Sexton's playing well, but again, Utah is sort of much in the mix there. They're 8-9. That 7, 8, 9, 10 is going to be where the deal is going to be a lot of maneuvering there. So Jay here, Bucks Suns to go over 243. This one's on tonight, 10 Eastern time. This is your doubleheader game over on TNT. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at pick document for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board tonight. Lots of college hoops action. Your Longhorns in action tonight. A lot of Big 12. What do you have going over at Pick Docs Premium?
I got a lot going on. I think I got 8 plays in total tonight. It's one of those nights, man. NHL is back. I got to play on the ice. I got a 3-pack in college hoops. I love college hoops action tonight. A lot of Big 12 action, my favorite conference. Also the best conference in college hoops. And then, of course, I have a 3-pack in the NBA and my NBA play of the day. So, and I have 4 plays total, so an extra play in there for my long-term folks. So altogether, that makes 8 plays today. So money-making Tuesday. Just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Been a nice couple of days for me, last 4 days or so. Been profitable all of each. Trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. So you guys can hop on with me at Pick Dogs Premium, hop on one of those packages, something long-term, or pair me up with one of the guys here, Tony T, Wayne, Rod, Alex, Shane. Pair me up with one of them, and let's make some money here at Pick Dogs.
So guys, get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. We see the great results in the NBA, 1,147 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So you guys love that 7-day pass here on early in the week. That includes Jay's Super Bowl pick, as well as all his NBA action and college hoops action there. And of course, you also get some action occasionally on the ice, because he's going to head into the ice here on this trip here. So get out. That's right, man. He's got there, man. He's been doing well on the ice. You know that.
I don't go often on the ice, but it's been a good season. So we'll see.
You'll see how he rolls. Jay's been doing great on the ice. Great results this year, the last 7 days. And of course, Jay, let everybody know about your all access for those big bettors out there.
My bigger bettors out there that can handle the volume of betting the NBA pretty big nightly, you can join my All Access Club. The difference between the All Access Club and what I offer at Pick Dogs Premium, every game at Pick Dogs Premium is weighted the same. My NBA play of the day is weighted the same as my 4th or 5th favorite game. So like a day like today where I have 8 plays, well, we just know they're not all, I don't have the same amount of money on all of them. At Pick Dogs, in my All Access Club, you know about how much to put on each play. And it's only NBA. We're having a tremendous season in the All Access Club. Last night, we did drop a few units. We went big on the Hawks. The Clippers, of course, got me. But overall, it's been a really nice season, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. So if you think it's for you, text the number 775-636-7674. You get a ton of other perks, too. Late releases, halftime plays, updates, just a lot of great things that are not really available at Pick Dogs Premium you can get in the All Access Club. So you can text the number, and we'll figure out a time to talk and figure out the package.
Text that number, get on board with Jay, get that all access. If it's within your price range, pretty expensive because it's for big bettors there, and it's a lot of work to get these plays to you there, working the phones. All right, Jay, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and looks like we'll be catching up with you next week as you take a trip out, but we'll catch you as well on the weekends and your NBL access.
Yes, sir. You can catch me every day doing my NBA jam session as I cook up every single NBA game on the card. You can catch me on the morning shows Monday through Friday. Mitch, me, and Ruffalo Mondays. You know the schedule. But anyways, you can catch me on the morning show Monday through Friday. You can catch me here with Tony T. I won't be here the remainder of the week with Tony T because I will be traveling. I'm usually off Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be traveling. So, but you can catch me on the weekend show. I'll be hosting Sunday. Mitch or Roof will probably be hosting Saturday. But I'll still be dropping the jam session, and I should be on the morning show Friday. So,
there you go, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. So when Jay's live, you're live with him. Get those plays in real time. All right, Jay, have a great trip, and we'll catch up with you on the drive-thru next week.
Yes, sir. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow, I think we're shooting an NFL show. I think.
Oh, that's right, Super Bowl.
I believe so. So, you can get a free pick from me tomorrow.
The last NFL session from a live show for Jay here for the season until the next season. Then who knows? Maybe there'll be a draft preview. I've seen some of those shorts up there with those draft previews coming up. All right, Jay, have a great trip. Jay here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on. We got Shane reconnected here, or he's got that phone upside right now. Let's bring him in. You'll catch him over at Pig Dogs Premium. We'll bring Shane in right now, upside right. Let's see. We got him ready to roll here. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going? Yeah, that was weird. I was showing right on my end, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, kind of funky there. But anyway, tonight, one of the big games on the board tonight from the Big 12 features Texas and Iowa State. We see Texas getting some money here. Boy, we've seen 1.5, 2, and the sharpest book in the world has them 2.5 here. Total sits 139.5.
Yeah, this is a Texas team that seemed to be figuring it out. A couple of games ago they lost against Houston, but they really made that competitive for much of the second half. I thought they were going to pull that game out. And then that last game against TCU, you know what they did. They just absolutely destroyed them. The offense was good. And this was the same team, a couple games ago that went on the road against Oklahoma and absolutely put on a show. At times there was talk about this Texas team, and it seems like they're figuring it out. This is an Iowa State team who struggles on the road. Their last game against Baylor, they only lost by 2 points, but that was pretty deceiving. It seemed like Baylor took their foot off the gas late in the second half and kind of let them get back in the game. I don't think that happens here. Home crowd, this Texas crowd is going to be juiced. A tough place to play against a good competition like they always face in the Big 12. I think Texas offense is good here. Continues their success. Iowa State, I don't think it's going to have that late push like they did in the last game against Baylor. I think this is a comfortable 5 or 6 point win. I like Texas laying the points.
All right, we got Shane here with Texas Longhorns with them here laying the points. You can find 2 everywhere. The 2.5 is pretty much the sharpest book in the world. So Shane's here with the sharp money here at the 2.5. But there are 2s pretty much most books right now showing 2. So make sure you go over there and go ahead and get the best numbers and get that too if you are indeed here like in Texas. But it really comes down to the fact that in conference play here that Texas is the better shooting team, and Iowa State has had issues shooting the basketball against the conference.
Yeah, it's for sure. I mean, the Texas offense has been good. Iowa State has been known to go on those cold slumps, and it's kind of what happened in the last game against Baylor. They fell behind big, and it seems like, especially in Big 12 play, it's kind of been the same thing. Happened in Kansas last night. It's so tough to play on the road in the Big 12. It doesn't matter if you're playing Kansas State, Texas, or if you're playing West Virginia or even Oklahoma State. They've kind of figured it out as play too. It seems this is a home team's conference. It'll be very interesting what happens to these teams once we get to the tournament. When they're playing all neutral sites, is the Big 12 going to rise to the top and get a couple teams in the Elite Eight, or are they going to be a team that, a bunch of teams that are upset without their home court advantage? It's something I can see happening with Kansas, maybe this Texas team also. But yeah, like you said, I like the Texas shooting here.
Actually, no doubt. And of course, look at the Cyclones over their past 5 games, give up nearly 47% shooting. So the defense for Iowa State has been trending the opposite direction of late.
Yeah, it's interesting because early in the season, you remember, they were beating up on bad teams, but remember what they were doing, those teams giving up 30, 40 points a game? They were absolutely dominant, but and now it's the Big 12. These are good offenses. And basically everyone in the Big 12 is good offense, besides maybe Oklahoma State. But at times they score too. But yeah, I think, I don't like the way they're trending coming. You want to be getting better near March, and it seems Iowa State's trending the wrong direction.
No doubt about that. All right, so we have Shane here, Texas. You can find twos. There's plenty of twos out there. We're seeing some 2.5s pop ups. 2.5 is the sharpest book in the world, and some books are copying that right now. So get your twos here. This one tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Print for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a lot of action here from college hoops, as well as action here from the NBA. Action on the ice as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've been selective on the ice. It's worked good for me about the last month. And I love this NHL game tonight. I got my NHL Play of the Week for $29.99. I also have a 3-pack up there that includes that play, my best college basketball play, best NBA play for $39.99. Or I think it's my 3 best college basketball plays also for $39.99. But I can't stress enough how much I like that NHL play. If it wasn't the first day back from All-Star break for these two teams playing, this would probably be my play of the month. That's the only thing that's really giving me pause here. So make sure to hop on that player if you want something long term. It's always the best bet for your buck. Even that single pack is $29.99. You put that towards a 7-day pass. You get all my plays for the next 7 days, and we can make some money together.
That's right, guys. Get aboard with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Best time to get that long-term pass. Remember that 7-day pass includes Super Bowl as well. All of Shane's premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicap page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Right, Shane, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days, but we can also catch your written work over on the sites.
Yeah, Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Make sure to check out all the free content, NHL, college basketball for me, and then English Premier League and UFC. I wanted to make a comment, though, about the trade deadline. You and Jay were talking about the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. I think the team that needs to make the trade is the Timberwolves. They need a backup point guard. I think Tyus Jones coming back to Minnesota. I mean, I was mad when they got rid of him in the first place. Mike Conley's great, but he's getting older. Yeah. You never know when the injury's going to hit, and without him on the floor, I mean, it's been disastrous at times. I mean, if the Timberwolves want to be serious about competing for the NBA title this season, they need a solid backup point guard.
There you go, Shane. On the Twin Cities there. You can see the cap, the Twin Cities. I was thinking spring training already. But, they can definitely use that guard. Of course, Tyus Jones, one of those guys out there. We'll see how it rolls here for this Timberwolves team that is definitely a contender in the West. And the West, I still say it's wide open. I think the West is pretty wide open, if you ask me. I know Denver's up there, but, other than that, I think it's pretty wide open.
Yeah, it should be fun. And speaking of spring training, it was 52 degrees in Minnesota today, so it's starting to feel like baseball weather already in February.
That's right, already in February. I think they're starting to get ready for the spring training starting this week. I know the games are the 22nd of February. The Dodgers play the Padres, and then we get it started, I believe, the 23rd of February. So it's a little earlier this year. That's just the way the calendar sits. All right, Shane, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Just what we need, a few more days of baseball this summer. Have a good night, everyone.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive through. That's right. They started early. Of course, remember they got Dodgers and Padres 2 months, a little less than 2 months away now, right? We're at the 22nd of March and 21st of March, so we're about 6 weeks away, right, from the start of baseball as the Dodgers and Padres play in Korea. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. NBA rundown from Wayne as well here for games not covered on the show. So let's bring in Wayne right now, ready to roll here with Wayne. I think we'll bring him in here in just a second. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family? Hope everybody doing good out there today.
Things going well today here, and we're going to look at this is one of the game of the night. So this one here, not on TNT. So you're gonna need your NBA package for this one. Definitely worth a watch here. Because Jazz been a tough nut to crack at home. Jazz to host the Thunder here. Thunder road favorites 3.5, total 238.
Yes, sir. OKC comes in this one rolling 8-2 in their last 10, but only 5-5 ATS. We see them here on the road as a favorite. As a road favorite, they're only 7-6. A little slight for concern. All the other ATS, they're looking good, but this is a spot where they're most vulnerable. On the road as a favorite. Going against a Utah Jazz team working with revenge. OKC has won the last 5, but they won one just recently in the Utah Jazz. In a game where the Jazz showed good fight back in that game, they let OKC jump out on them early, but I like what I seen late from them. Utah Jazz, as Tony mentioned, great at home, great in this home dog spot, hitting at about 71%. You give me this Utah Jazz team that's been playing well offensively at home, good home court advantage. We got the bench cooking, working with revenge. I have no choice but to take Utah Jazz here. It's always hard to fade OKC, but OKC is coming off an overtime game with Toronto just a day ago. OKC has also played 8 games in 13 days. On the other side of that, like I said, this Utah Jazz bench has been providing energy. I was on the Bucks, had a bet with the Bucks when they played Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz fought back, dug back, and got that win. I like what I seen. Sometimes you got to learn from the losing side. I like what I seen out of Utah Jazz in that one. And I just think this is an excellent shot for them to get right against OKC in this spot. I'm going to take OKC here.
All right, we got Wayne here.
I'm going to take Utah Jazz here, sorry.
Utah Jazz, yeah, Jazz plus the 3.5. You get a little more than a possession here with Utah, and what could go down to a one-possession game. So one-possession game, you win the money with Utah. That's hard to pass up, especially here, as we had mentioned prior to the start of the show. We do have one rotational player questionable with Jay Williams there for OKC, but a lot of their bench is on the questionable side.
Yes, most of their bench is on the questionable side, and you need those role players in a game like this. In an atmosphere like the Utah Jazz, this team is working with revenge. They do not want to lose to the OKC again. You're missing role players. Against the bench has been rolling right now. It's just not favorable. And as Tony mentioned, Jalen Williams, the second best player to me on this OKC team. This team has been hit offensively without his playmaking on the floor. Even if he does come back tonight, we see players come back slow. So I just like a lot of the things that the Jazz have in favor in this game, and you're giving me them with points here. If OKC is as good as the numbers say, why is this line only 3? I feel like it's vulnerable, giving the Jazz too many points, and it's for a reason. I think the Jazz show up here tonight.
All right, we got Wayne here on the Jazz to show up tonight. So let's go ahead and do our NBA rundown here with Wayne here, as we'll give you we'll go through the top of the order here. This game will be covered a little later in the show, so let's continue on here and find one that isn't. Here's one that isn't here, and it's a big line here. Grizzlies and Knicks going head-to-head here. Knicks laying 14.5, total 212.5.
Yes, sir. We see the Grizzlies. They were playing good for a little second with the G League team, but we see they're now 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost a few. They were winning some of them outright, but they are still covering. They're still 6-4. I can't really say too much bad about New York Knicks. 9-1 straight up and 8-2 in their last 10. Also 7-3 at home. But on the other side of that, Memphis 6-4 on the road. So both of these teams are where they play best. But one thing that concerns me is this Knicks team is not the greatest offensively some nights. They always come with the defense, but they're not the greatest offensively some nights. And to be laying points against a defensive team like Memphis, this many points, I have no choice but to look Memphis' way and take the points here.
All right, looking to take the points there with the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, Magic and Heat, Battle of Florida tonight. Should be a tight contest here. As we see, the line shows Heat laying 3. Total sits here 213.5. But the story in this one is both teams a clean injury report. Man, I can't remember when we could say that. It's been such a time. Orlando's usually 4 guys on there. Miami usually has 5 guys. But tonight, a clean injury report for Orlando and Miami.
Yeah, Orlando's been healthy for a few games now, and I see Miami empty the injury report to face Orlando. It's a divisional game. This game means a lot to both teams. Straight simple, I'm on the Magic with the points in this one because the Magic are playing the better basketball, and you're giving me them with the points. Yes, I do expect Miami to turn around, but until I see it, I just can't blindly bet with them until they turn it around. They're just 2-8. Straight up and in their last 10. They're also they just don't do well in these spots. 15-18 against the East Coast, 10-17 with equal rest. That's 37%, 45%. And if I go on the other side of that, Magic hitting at a 64 cent per clip against East and 84% clip. One of the best teams when playing a team with equal rest against the spread. This is going to be a defensive war, but all in all, I think Magic can get it outright or make it close enough to where they can win the spread.
There you go. Look at them. The magic here on the points here. Another good one tonight. Mavericks and Nets going head-to-head here. We got the Mavericks laying 3 on the road. Total sits here 236. We got Exum out, Lively out, Doncic questionable. Finney Smith, Johnson, Sharp, and Walker are out. You see Finney Smith and some trade rumors here heading to the trade deadline. The Nets here home dog.
Yeah, both of these teams are coming off a back-to-back. That suits Dallas a little better. Dallas has been good on the road. Dallas has also smacked the Nets up pretty good in their last 10. Dallas does good in a road favorite. It's a lot of injuries, so it's hard to read this game. But I'm gonna lean with the Dallas Mavericks in this one.
The Mavericks in this one. All right, continue on here on our rundown here with Wayne, NBA style here with the Wayne. Next one up here. Timberwolves and Bulls going head-to-head here in this game. We got the Timberwolves here will be road favorites of 5. We see the total here 216.5. Clark out here for Minnesota. Williams out for White for Chicago. Looks like White and Terry on the probable side.
Yeah, and Minnesota just has not been looking great lately. They haven't been looking like bad, like put them on do not bet list status, but they just haven't looked great lately. If Chicago gets up for these games, for some reason, teams above 500, Chicago always plays tough, especially at home. They'll might lose to Charlotte or San Antonio next, but they're going to come out to play here. Defensive side, both of these teams are solid defensively. And Minnesota, they have their nights where they're not as good offensively, and they match up well. You're giving me this Chicago team with 5 points here, and where the numbers all match up to this game being more like a 2-3 point game, I'm going to take Chicago with the 5.
All right, the Chicago with the 5 says Wayne Scott here. Thunder and Jazz was covered. Bucks and Suns were covered already. And, of course, that covers the NBA rundown for you. I'll pick from every game on the board. We will have coverage here coming up soon here. The game here that will be covered will be Rockets and Pacers coming up a little later in the show. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at pick document for tonight's action. Just a reminder here on the show pick for Wayne, Jazz plus 3.5 against Thunder. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at pick document for tonight's action. NBA card up there. Lots of college hoops as well. Action on the ice. Showing great profit last 7 days. What do you have going on over at Pick Docs Premium?
Yeah, a little bit bigger card for me today because I love a college basketball card. I have 4 plays in college basketball, 3 in the NBA. I have 2 3-packs out there for you. 1 straight NBA, 1 college basketball. Also got my best bets separated. 1 in NBA, 1 in college basketball. You can get either my best bet or my 3-pack. Or you can grab something long-term, 3-day, 7-day, monthly. Been rolling, look to continue rolling, reading the board very well. And you can pair me up with one of these top handicappers that you've seen on the show. 2, 3, 4 of us. Multiple brains is better than one. Compare those picks and cash.
All right, cash indeed. Get on board with Wayne Scott over at Pick.com. Great results over the last 7 days. No, it's better time now to get the long-term pass. Hey, the 7-day pass, you guys like that early here in the week. You get all Wayne's premium plays for 7 days, including the Super Bowl pick and all his NBA, all his college hoops, all his NHL. No better time now to get that long-term pass, 7 days, wrap up, get that Super Bowl pick in there. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add multi-cappers, even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But let everybody know we can catch your video series here with the boxing.
Yes, sir. Actually sent it over there last night, so it should be loading up this week. There's a nice card this weekend. Teofimo Lopez fights this weekend. I also did the co-main event with Keyshawn Davis and Jose Pedraza. Both the man and co-main event is banger fights. Great bets, great angles that I have on them. Nice plus money winner for you guys. So hopefully you guys will get that bit. So, like Tony says, subscribe and stay tuned. He'll be there.
Subscribe, get those video series from Wayne from Boxing and More when you subscribe to the channel. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you for having me. Good luck on all your bets.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, Ron Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Doctrine. He's good to us here on the show. We'll bring him in right now with Ron coverage here from the NHL. Of course, we've covered that Vegas game for you already. I'm seeing coverage on NHL Network. They've been talking about this game all day. I think they even got Mickle's, their the Edmonton TV play-by-play guy here on TV right now talking up this game as well. They're calling everyone for this one. But anyway, Rod, how's it going?
Not too much. Well, yeah, they're excited for this game. Me too, because I think we can make some money. I found us a spot that I think we can make some money. Nice 8-0 spot for us in this one. So let's get it. Let's get some money.
That's some money indeed. All right, here we go tonight. We've already covered the Vegas and Oilers, but we're going to go to Jets and Penguins tonight. Competitive battle here, as you see the line here. The Penguins here laying $1.06. We see a total 5.5.
Yeah, and you look at this one here. Both these teams kind of limped into the All-Star break as the Jets were injured and beat up heading into that All-Star break, and they didn't fare so well. Loses of 3 straight heading into the All-Star break. Well, the Penguins, well, they got 2 wins in their last 7 games heading into this All-Star break. They did get a win last time out against Montreal in overtime. And that's where we head here in this one. And as I said, the Penguins, well, following an overtime win, they're 0-8. Following an overtime win are these Penguins. And the Jets, well, they're starting to get healthy again. They've, through trade, picked up Sean Monahan. He'll get his debut for the Jets here tonight. And also Mark Scheifele's back for the Jets as well in this one. So Jets almost back to 100% healthy where they were at the start of the season. And this Jets team, well, they've been playing lights out defensively. Guess what? Best in the NHL. They've only given up 108 goals defensively, which is tops in the NHL. And who's getting the start? Our buddy Hellebuck's going to get the start here for the Winnipeg Jets in this one. And he's a great start to the first half of the season, and has been the reason why the Jets have had that such a long streak where they only gave up 2 goals or less in many games. And we've seen the Penguins at times this season struggle to score goals. Who's getting the start for the Penguins? Looks like Tristan Jarry's getting the start for the Penguins. He's 13-14 on the season, so it's a coin flip on what you're going to get. He got the win last time out against Montreal in overtime, scraped that one out. He's 13 wins, 14 losses, 2.53 goals against, 913 save percentage. I think the Jets that are almost back to 100% healthy here, they get the win here in this one. I think the Jets beat the Penguins.
All right, Rod here on the Jets here against the Penguins, -104, -102 here. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. Yeah, when you look at the Jets, big, nice winning results here, plus units on the road. Pittsburgh is a money loser at home, losing nearly 4.5 units.
Oh, yeah, Pittsburgh altogether, even over the last 10, -267 units. At home, losing units. They're the overpaid bums that I've called them many a times over the season. I think you just got to look at the age-wise of who's on the Penguins. And their age-wise, it's still getting up there. Sidney Crosby's getting up there. Gensel's getting up there. I'm hearing a lot of buzz in Pittsburgh that come trade deadline, they might be sellers if they don't pick it up. And they are close there in the playoff, but battling down the stretch, I've heard that the Penguins might be offloading a couple guys. Definitely been rumored that Jake Gensel's heading to Edmonton. I don't know who we're giving him back, but I've definitely heard rumors that Jake Gensel's coming to Edmonton. He wants himself a cup. We'll see what happens at the trade deadline. But Penguins, I don't know. There's a bunch of people that are talking about to make a big run here in the second half, and I just don't see it. I've seen the first half of a Penguins team that, sure, they've had some bright spots at times, but other times, just awful. So I'm not a fan of the Penguins making the playoffs. Take them down. Here's a bonus play. Penguins do not make the playoffs this season.
Another bonus there from Rod. Yeah, it just seems to me that some of these, I call them free agent teams. The teams that can lure free agents are usually going to get older players, and the small market teams are in revolt. Are revolting here, saying, you know what? To all you smart guys, we're going to basically play fast and go after, because we know we're getting all the young players on our side. We're just going to outskate you. And I think that's what we're seeing here is just these free agent teams, and we see it in the NBA with the Lakers, Miami, some of these older players, and some of these teams, they just have a hard time keeping up with these younger players.
Yeah, because the Penguins just don't have the speed anymore. Not Crosby and Malkin, and those guys are getting up in age. Letang, those guys are not no young spring chickens anymore, and definitely not winning those speed race competitions. So it is what it is. They were stars when they were a little bit younger in their prime, and I know they're trying to scrape one and maybe get one more. That's why they picked up the defenseman they did at last season. And man, you kind of picked him up when he was high. He scored like 100 and something points as a defenseman, and now look at him. He's not having a great season. I don't think that was a great pickup. I wouldn't have touched him with a 10-foot pole, but It is what it is.
Yeah,
Like I said,
yep.
just like you said, these Penguins are starting to slow down. The Penguins are starting to do a little waddle, and when you start doing a little waddle in hockey, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, we got someone in the
The
chat
other
room.
Penguins can go flying by you at Mach 2, and you're going to be like, wait, come on. You ever see a Penguin get caught behind? It's not a pretty sight. And that's what I'm looking at with the Penguins.
Just stay away from the engines. Just stay away from the jet engines. It should be all right.
Just stay away from the jet engines. That Penguin going to get sucked right up into it tonight.
Someone mentioned about under 5.5. Do you like the under? What do you feel about under 5.5? Someone's betting that.
I like the under 5.5. We've seen it. The Penguins struggle to score, and we know the Jets can play some lights out defensive hockey. So yeah, I think the first of 3 wins this one. 3-1, Jets win.
There you go, Rod, man of the people here. Jets laying the -1-2 against the Penguins tonight here, top of the hour. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for nice action. Of course, NBA on the board here. Lots of coverage here from the NHL. Lots of college hoops. Big cards tonight here for a Tuesday. Rod, having a great year in 2024. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, back-to-back winning days. Looking to make it 3 straight winning days over at Pink Dogs Premium, and I should have a lighter card. I had 1 college basketball just go off on the half hour, so I quickly reconstituted the package. I have 2 college basketball and my NHL sniper play in 1 package. 2 plus 1. We swept the morning college hoops yesterday. Looking to continue rolling right along in there. So as I said, looking for 3 days straight winning days to start the week. So jump aboard. Something long term. Super Bowl's right around the corner. I was just about to put my pick in, so you'll have that by tomorrow. Probably within the half hour, my Super Bowl plays will be in there, ready to go, locked and loaded for the Super Bowl. I know who I like, so ready to go, ready to lock it in. So that'll be up there momentarily. So if you grab something long term, you'll get that as well. Plus, we got a lot more college hoops, and a lot more NBA, a lot more hockey coming up this week. More spots to make money with the bookies. Crush them.
Crush them. Absolutely crushed the bookies, and Rod Zawacki's been crushing them in 2024, guys. So get on board with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. Remember, the long-term passes will serve you well. That 7-day pass includes all his hoops, all his NHL coverage, and pick from the Super Bowl with that 1-week pass, 7-day all sports pass. Pick promo code SAVE that 15% off. All right, Rod. Any other bonuses for the people out there?
Of course, we got, as I said, Sean Monahan getting his debut with the Jets here tonight. You know what? I think he gets a point. He's scored a point in 4 of the last 5, and you get even money on that. Take Sean Monahan to get himself an anytime point. Who else we got? We got Matthew Tkachuk. They're taking on the Philadelphia Flyers here tonight, and I want to take Matthew Tkachuk to get an anytime goal. I think he rips one in against the Flyers, and Urson in goal. Nathan McKinnon got us one last night. We were that close to getting the M&M parlay. Matthews didn't quite get us do his end of the job, and didn't get one for us. But I think McKinnon scores again. Colorado's at it again tonight. I think that's a high-scoring one as well. Maybe over 6.5 there. And I think Zach Hyman just score himself an anytime goal. He's been ripping it up. He scored 4 of the last 5 games. I think he gets another one. Man, he's having a great season for the Zach Hyman. I think he gets one. There's a triple. Matthew Tkachuk, McKinnon, Zach Hyman. All score goals tonight.
There you go, from the bonus up there from Rod. All right, Rod, let everybody know about your video series. Still time to get those NHL video series for tonight's games up there, Rod. Big 8 game card. You can check it out. A to Z coverage from Rod with his NHL video series as well as your parlay.
Yeah, definitely make sure you're liked and subscribed. That way you get notified when that content drops. We got 8 plays tonight, plus the parlay video. Go check it out. Smaller card tomorrow. There's still 3 plays up there that we're going to crush the bookies. So definitely you want to check out those hockey videos as we continue to crush the books in hockey. Big second half of NHL coming. Second half. I like it. I'm excited. There's going to be a big second half. There's lots of teams in hockey. As we've said in March Madness, there's lots of teams that can still win the cup. Guess what? There's lots of teams in hockey that can win the cup. Lots. It's going to be a great playoff season. Great second half of the season. I'm excited to see what the trade deadline brings.
Yes.
For some teams.
See how that one rolls. Absolutely. Trade deadline coming up. All right, Rod, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again here on the Drive Thru tomorrow.
Definitely have yourself a good one, everybody. Good luck with your bets. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Time for my pick. We'll bring it up here right now. Rockets and Pacers going head-to-head here about 10 after the hour. We're going to take the points here in this one with the we'll be on the Rockets here. We're going to go with the team that plays defense. And that's kind of what I like to do. Is I like to look at some of the defensive the teams here. And we'll be on the Rockets here, plus the 8 here against. I know Van Fleet is out. Let's see, can we say that these out? No. Actually, let me bring this up here again. Let me see where we're at here. Did I speak too soon? I believe he was. Let me double check here. Yeah, Van Fleet and Easton out. Matherin is out here for the Pacers, so Matherin is a scorer here. But again, it really comes down to the defensive play here from the Houston Rockets. More of a defensive team, and I'll look for them in this spot to get the 8 points. Louisiana over the past 5 games, just more as a flat net rating. When you look at the Rockets here over their past 5 games, they sit second defensive efficiency, holding teams to 106 points a game. But man, this Indiana defense giving up nearly 50% at home. Let's take Houston here to cover this number plus the 8. All right, guys, be sure to check out Pick Doctrine for tonight. Have a 3-pack on the board here from College Hoops. Also, best bet from the NBA up there. So go ahead and get signed up. Also, remember, I have my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my pre and plays for that time period. So, like, when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that a 15% off. Also, we have the multi-capper promotion, even greater value for you guys there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru, guys. Gobert scoring tonight. I'm not a big player prop guy. That's really not my forte. I'm more of a side total money line better as well, but not a big guy on as far as props. It's not something that I've looked at, so I don't want to. I didn't really want to get into that scoring props with Gobert. That's kind of not in my lane right now. All right, guys. Remember to get your best bets in right now. We'll get to the recap, and let's get your best bets for today's show. So get your plays ready into the chat room. All right, let's go ahead and do the recap for tonight. We had Alex was on the Oilers Golden Knights over 6. Shane was on Texas laying the 2 against Iowa State. Jay was Bucks Suns over 243. Wayne likes that Jazz plus 3.5 against Thunder. Rod was on the Jets laying the minus 102 against Penguins. I'll be on the Rockets plus 8 against the Pacers. The one I like the most up there. Boy, I like a lot of them, but again, I think I have to agree there with Shane here going here with Texas laying the 2 against Iowa State. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers from Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place. We'll go your plays for you in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show here during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We got Jay, we got Chris, we got Mitch in here with the morning show. Also, don't forget, we also have Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes betting tool show. Of course, also his roundtable discussion with the professionals, as well with Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. We also have Jay's Jam Session, and there should be a live NFL show coming up here tomorrow or the following day, so keep an eye on that. Also, we got Chris Ruffalo, goes around the league from the NHL. Also, his individual video picks here on the channel. Of course, Rod Zawacky, NHL covering NHL A to Z, a pick from every game on the board from the NHL, as well as a parlay. And of course, we have our man Brad Francis with his parlay video. Nick Mickle, first half NBA picks. We also have Ron Romanelli with his college basketball bank shot breakdown. Brian Bittler, also the contrarian plays from him up here on the board. All access with Big Al McMorty. Of course, Costi with his sharp trading plays. We also have a great video series from Dana Lang with his Against the Public betting from him. And boy, there's so many great contests. Mills, also his UFC rundown, also his prop shop for you. Great content here on the channel, guys, so make sure you like it. Also, don't forget the shorts that are now been produced up here. Maybe we've seen Chris Ruffalo up there with an NHL short today. So, guys, check us out. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when we drop these videos, you're live with us to get the plays. All right, let's see here. Rod answering the question there with Rudy Gobert. He's went over in 4 of his last 5, 14.5 points there from Rod. Also, who else we got plays coming in tonight from? Let's see, who else do we have here? Let's take a look with the picks from tonight from the guys here. We've got Mavs spread here from our man Donho 93 as well. Also, let's see, we got Mac Molly likes Miami, South Carolina, UNC, Kentucky, UConn. Oh, okay, he's going through some teams here. Also, we have here, let's see here, what do we got here? Sprinkle on draw, Canucks, Canes. That's from Nick's Beat Vegas. Likes to draw here with Canucks, Canes up there from our man Nick Beats Vegas here. All right, let's see what else we got here from Mr. Jones, 509. San Diego State laid the points. T-Wolves laid the points. Florida Panthers, puck line there from Mr. Jones, 509. All right, let's see what else we got here from some of the picks for tonight here. Let's see here what else we got. Oh, looks like we got all the picks in for tonight's action. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all again. Bring our cappers from Big Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get your place for you in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show here. Of course, we have that morning show here at 10:30 a.m. each time during the week. That's going to do it for our show. Thank everybody for joining us. bring our crew from night and wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch you